Hey everyone, Ryan here, founder of Coolest, and with me right here is the very first Coolest Cooler hot off the production line. Now, so many people have been reaching out asking what makes the Coolest so damn cool. And so we thought, you know what, let's just walk through it. We'll show you the blender, we'll show you the Bluetooth speaker, we'll show you the USB charger, and let you see for yourself what makes this cooler the best cooler that's ever been made. And we're gonna start with the blender, right in here. So, the first thing you'll notice is the battery compartment. And this is your Coolest battery. This is a custom cell that we had made specifically designed to work with the massive motor we have in here for our ice crushing blender. And you can check your power level simply by pushing your battery indicator, and you can check your power level out. To charge your battery, this is your Coolest charger. And this will plug into your wall, and you basically just take your battery, slide it in, and you're set. And this just slides right in here, locks in place, and then we close the lid. It's got a water seal right here, so it's going to be safe from any liquids. And there we go. We actually worked with a master mixologist to help come up with the easiest, best tasting recipes to make your time outdoors even easier and make sure whatever you're drinking is as delicious as it can be. So every pitcher doesn't just look good, it actually has your recipes kind of baked into the side. And when I say recipes, that's almost a stretch because every Coolest recipe starts with one key ingredient, which is super simple to make at home. It's either the Coolest sour mix, which you whip up, or if you're in a hurry, you can just pick up a can of frozen limeade. Either one will work. And then you've just got to choose your spirit. So for the Vodka-Rita, you basically just take a look at the 1 cup mark here, and you just pour it in until you hit the 1 cup mark. And a little vodka never hurts for the Vodka-Rita. So we'll just hit the next 1 cup mark. And now we need ice. So, let's get some ice here. And you're just gonna fill this up to about the 6 cup mark right on the top. Right here is actually where you can keep your cap. When you're taking it off, it just sits right in this spot. The top of this, for making your own drinks, you can pop this out. This is a 1/2 cup measuring. So if you decide you wanna make your own cocktails or anything else, you've got a 1/2 cup at all times. This just pops right on the top there. We'll close up the old Coolest and we'll fire it up. Now, to fire up your blender, there is no on switch or off switch on the Coolest. When the battery's in, you've got power. And we did that because no one should ever have to ask you, how do I turn on your cooler? When you pull this trigger, if there's no pitcher, nothing will happen. Only when you put the cooler or the pitcher in here can you actually fire up the blender. And let's do it. There we go, Vodka-Rita. Now, if you happen to want a whiskey sour, the whiskey sour recipe is exactly the same as the Vodka-Rita, except for that last 1 cup, you're going to use whiskey. Super easy. Now, if you want a different kind of cocktail, 2 of the other ones are almost as easy. They just have one other ingredient, and that is ginger beer. Add your alcohol, add the 3/4 mark of the ginger beer, and then you add your sour mix in. Fill with ice, and you've got either with vodka, you've got a Moscow Mule, or if you use some dark rum, you've got a Dark and Stormy. Those are 4 of the easiest, most delicious cocktail recipes you can make in the Coolest, and I know you'll love them as much as we do. But let's get on with the rest of the feature since we're showing this off and not just drinking. All right, so next up is the USB charger, and that is about as easy to use as you can imagine. You're just going to pop out this waterproof plug on the back here, and that gets you access to the USB port. USB device, you're gonna plug it right in, and all right, so the other piece powered by this battery is your LED light. So when it gets dark out, you simply push this button, and you've got access to your light right here. If you forget to turn it off, it'll time out after just a couple minutes, so no problem there. So next up is the Coolest speaker, and this is an amazing speaker. We've been showing this off and sharing it with some friends and family, getting feedback on the software, getting our revisions, and this thing really puts out a ton of sound. You've got 2 speakers in there, and then you've got this big resonator panel right on the back. So it puts out as much sound as possible from a package this small, and it's actually amplified as it sits in this space. Okay, so something else I want to share with you about the Coolest speaker is that it's fully splash proof, water resistant, and this outer silicone shell here is quite padded. In the off chance you ever drop it, it's going to be just fine. Now, one thing that's very unique about the Coolest speaker is a feature that we call party pairing. And what that lets you do is if you have a second Coolest speaker, you can do a party pairing. And what that lets you do is it lets you connect these two speakers together by Bluetooth, and you control them both from your phone or any Bluetooth compatible device. Someone else has a speaker, you guys can actually take turns with the DJ duties. So to connect the two speakers with party pairing, there's these buttons right on the top. These fist bumps. Hold one button down.
Party pairing initiated. Press the opposite fist bump on the second Coolest speaker to complete party pairing.
And the other fist bump.
Listening for a second party pairing speaker. Party pairing successful.
And there you have it. Now both speakers, one device, controlled. These can be up to 30 feet away, and you can be quite a bit farther than that with your phone. All right, so what's next on the walkthrough for our Coolest cooler? Let's take a look under here. Check out your plates, your knives, your cutting board. Your Coolest comes with all of these. You get 4 plates, and you've got your matching ceramic knife, and you've got your cutting board. Now, you can pull out your divider, that's your cutting board for something large, or if it's a smaller item, like maybe a lime, I typically will just use the top of the plates. And there we go. So there's your plates, your knife, and your cutting board. Now, one other thing that's kind of unique with these plates, and the reason why we actually are offering extra plates, aside from so many people asking for them, it turns out that they're amazingly aerodynamic. So there's an easy reason why someone might need more plates, especially if you have pets. So that's basically the inside of your Coolest cooler. Next up is our tie down. And this is right around the back of your cooler. I hate the idea of something with wheels as big as this not being able to help haul some gear. So we've got this high-end professional heavy-duty aluminum handle here, and then you've got your bungee. You put all your gear right on the top. This simply goes right over the front, wraps around, and holds your gear down. You can actually reach back here and pull this down, and this will lock right in with this clam cleat and hold your gear down even more. And when you're done, you just pull it right around, close it up, and this all stores right here in the back. The tie down is handy, but if you can't get across the terrain in the first place, you're kind of missing the point. And that's why the Coolest also has these big, wide, rubber-coated wheels. They are 100% wider than any known cooler wheel on the market, and they're rubber-coated, so you can roll over even a hardwood floor without any damage to your floor. Nothing to think about. So those are the Coolest wheels. Next up, the bottle opener. And that is truly something I'm very excited about. So to show off this feature, I'm going to need a volunteer from the cooler, and you are it. All right, so here's our bottle opener built right into here. I have no idea why any other cooler doesn't have a bottle opener, but for some reason they don't. Ours has something special, which is magnetic cap catch. There we go. You should probably see that one more time. Magnetic cap catch. No idea how many actually fit in there, but after a day at the beach, this thing looks like a chia pet. Love to see how many can fit in there. If anyone wants to send us pictures, make sure you do that. Okay, so the other last feature on the front here is right in here. And another magnet, which is our matching Coolest corkscrew. Between the blender, the bottle opener, and the corkscrew, if you're still thirsty, it's not our fault. So there you have it. This is the Coolest cooler. If you'd like to have more fun and less hassle at your next outdoor adventure with your friends, your family, anywhere you go, head on over to coolest.com and place your order today.